How's it been for you? I can already kind of tell what your answer is going to be, and I can see and just feel inside of you that life hasn't been treating you the greatest and things have not been going your way. I've been there. I've been at my lows, and it's not fun. It never is fun being at such a low point in your life. But according to Newton's third law, every action has an opposite and equal reaction. So the best piece of advice that I could give to you is just to have faith and trust that everything will work out in the end, and have faith that things will actually turn around for you. I know it's hard to let go of those memories that are painful, but it's the easiest thing to do in the moment. But often, the easiest thing to do in the moment is not the best thing you can do. And you might be sitting there kind of feeling sorry for yourself, even though that you know you should get up and do something compared to just sitting there. It's not the right thing to do. And I'm not trying to sit here, pretend to be like a jerk or anything. I don't want to be that guy. But all I want for you is just to get up and use this experience as fuel. Use this experience as experience to make something better, to make yourself stronger, to make yourself into a more capable person. I want to see you grow. And everything I'm saying in this video is out of love for you. And although I don't personally know you, I want you to be your best. And I want every single one of you watching this video to take something away from this video at least, or to make something good out of it. And there's two words that I need you to keep in mind. These two words are going to be move on. Moving on is not the easiest thing, nor is it the most helpful thing to say, because what does moving on really mean, right? It's kind of hard to move on when you don't even really know what it actually means. And to me, I think moving on is almost like an art. Anything you do the second time will get a little easier, and that includes moving on. And I think almost everything is an art, including moving on. And for me, I've been in those low points where I've sat there feeling sorry for myself, the bed behind me. I've been just laying there thinking to myself, feeling sorry for myself. Well, that's never good. And I never want to be sitting there feeling sorry for myself, because I know in the end it is only going to harm me. So moving on really just involves you finding something that can distract you away from those thoughts, those memories that you want to desperately cling to. Because if your mind is already filled with other things that you actually want to do, you no longer have the mental capacity to focus on those other things that are plaguing your mind. And moving on obviously looks different for every single person. We all have our different experiences, and that includes how we move on and what kind of things we do and what kind of things we focus on. For me personally, I find that focusing on the gym and God is my way of getting out of these places. Because the gym takes away all the physical toll and what I feel in the moment. And when I focus on God, I find that all my worries are just gone. And I know some of you watching my videos aren't going to be Christian, right? But you have to find your own things to focus on that take away your worries in your mind and take away the feelings in your body. And maybe the memories might be of a person or thing that did that for you. But we all have to find another way. Because there's not just one singular way to find and solve a problem, right? In math, yes, there's always going to be one most efficient method, but there's always going to be more than one method to get to the end answer, right? And I think that's the same for everybody. Just consider it as all of us on a map, right? And we all start out at different starting points, but all of us eventually want to get to the same endpoint. But we're going to have to carve our own path. Maybe someone just goes straight, another one goes zigzag circles back to their starting point, down and then up, and then finally to the starting point. All our paths look very, very different. So this really just involves you taking the time to let yourself heal. Take some time away from just things in general. And I know some of you might not be able to do that, and I've basically had to cope with that most of the times. But there's always going to be little small portions of time during your day where you're able to take that out and spend it on yourself. And this is just chill, to take some time and really just study yourself, understand yourself, and find a deeper meaning of why. Just simply why. Why are you doing these things? Why am I saying these things? Why am I making this video? Why are you watching this video, right? Everything has a reason, and that includes why you should move on and why you cling onto those memories so deeply. And I think those often are the key to the answers. When you find why you want to move on, I find it becomes a lot easier to actually do it. When you find why you cling on to those memories, I find it a lot easier to move past those. Because when you can start thinking logically rather than emotionally and start working to a logical answer for why you shouldn't be clinging on to those things, it becomes a whole lot easier to actually let go and to focus on other things. However, this process isn't instant. It's going to take some time, maybe even a lot of time. And despite letting go, the phrase itself being quite instant, because when you let something go, maybe you're holding a rope and you just let it go, it's an instant action. But in this context, it really isn't. So I want you to understand that this is going to take some time, and memories will stick with us for a very long time. And often, it's more than just letting go. It's more like embracing it and making it a part of you and moving on with it, becoming stronger along with it, right? So I think it really just involves you taking the time to discover yourself and discover your whys and your reasons and what you should actually do to find other ways to focus on things during the short term. But in the long term, you want to be able to embrace these things and see them as part of yourself and be proud that you made it through this. Because that's how I see a lot of the dark moments in my life, right? I don't like this word a lot, but I've been depressed at times, but I've moved past that and I made myself stronger. So in other times when I'm depressed, I can see that, I can just use the same methods that I used the first time to get through this, right? And it really just comes with experience and living through more things. And I think as you live more and more, and I don't know how old you are watching this video, some of you might be younger than me, or some of you might be a lot older than me, but it involves a lot of experience and understanding of how to respond to these situations, right? Everything has a solution. You just gotta find the right one for you and for your situation, alright? There's no one-size-fits-all cookie-cutter thing. This is something you have to find on your own time. But I think this is gonna be very beneficial to you if you actually do. So I hope this message helped some of you watching this video. And I might have ranted for a little bit on things that really aren't all that important. I might have repeated myself a lot. But if you found something at least helpful or impactful during this video, that's all it really takes for me to be happy and see that I've actually changed this world a little bit. Because that's all I'm here for in this video. I want the people that are maybe in the darkest times of their lives to get out of that dark time, right? So, stay consistent, stay disciplined, and keep on doing the things that need to be done. And I really appreciate you for sticking and watching to the end. But yeah, just give me a kiss. Mwah. You know what? You also get a hug. Come here.